Alright guys, welcome back. We're right where we left off. I haven't done anything to really progress through the game. I did change the graphic settings so we could see a bit farther now. It might be a little bit laggier, but you'll just have to let me know what you prefer. Hopefully I will be able to get a graphics card in the future, which will allow me to have better recording. In the last episode we talked about quests. We started one right here where we have to kill the bigger shrooms. I want to show you what other quests are available in this map and go through that. We have one quest right here which is not available for us right now. If you guys could see, if we press need any help, it says I need a little bit stronger person. Level 3 is required, which we are currently still at level 2. One quest that we do have available for us is over here. As we're walking there, I want to say I've been showing you guys some chest locations. I'm not showing you all of them. Like I said, I might be doing a video which just shows quests, but currently, just be showing chest locations, but currently it's not really, we're not going to have enough time to go through every single chest, just the ones that I know off the top of my head and are easy to get to. So this chest, Xero, we have to find a tablet. So basically what's going to be happening is as we're opening chests, there's going to be a random chance for us to receive an item which is necessary for us for the completion of the chest. So let's go through that quest which I was talking about earlier. These are the shrooms. These are kind of like the baby mushrooms grown up. As we go through and kill these shrooms, we have a counter up on the top which shows us how many we have killed, and that is going to, we just have to kill 30. That's basically it. That's all you have to do for this quest. I want to talk about some game mechanics as we're going through this, and sharing some information with you guys which might be useful for you as we progress. One cool feature that Vesteria has is the option to have teams. You guys could see that there's this person right here. If I press C on him, I'm able to see what he has on. I'm able to invite him to a party, I'm able to trade with him, and I'm able to duel him. Trading is just what it sounds like. You trade items or for money. Dueling is exactly that. You're dueling the person. Party is an option where if you invite somebody to a party and they accept, you guys have an XP boost with each other. You guys can see up on the top, I also have this option where I could just type in a person's name and invite them to a party. But what it allows us to do is, if you have a lot of people in your party, you're going to get an XP boost for each person you get killed. As you guys can see, as I kill this shroom up on the top, I'm going to be able to get some XP. If I have a full party, which is 5 other people, not including myself, I'm going to be able to get a higher XP boost. Ooh, I just got launched. So I might be dying here, which, if anything, that's okay. What happens when you die, as you guys can see, you fall. There's no penalty for dying right now. You just get teleported back to the start. That's very nice. You just pretty much, you get half of your XP, or sorry, not XP, half of your mana points, half of your health points, and you have the option to get back into it. I wanted to show that really quickly. So that's that. I think I went over some of the bigger game mechanics right now. As we're going to be going through, I'm going to be talking about smaller ones. One thing you guys could see on the bottom is our hotbar. Our hotbar allows us to have up to 9 items, which are going to be quickly accessed for us. Currently, my 2 items that I have here are my health potion and my mana potion. So if I press 1 on my keyboard, it gives me that I automatically use that potion. If I go into my inventory, I'm able to just double click on it, and that allows me to use it as well. But it's just easier to have here. It is configurable. You can move it to anywhere you want it to be, and you're able to do other stuff with that. As you get skills, you're going to be able to put the skills on there as well. But just for the time being, that is going to be what you have. One other suggestion I have, kind of like a pro tip, is if you have a keybind which you know that you're going to be using often. So let's say I'm going to be using this potion very often. If I go down to my hotbar option, I could click on it and choose a different option, like I'm going to use Q for an example. So now it's right by my WASD keys, and if I ever want to use that potion, all I have to do is press Q, which is right by me, and then I have that option for me. So I'm going to pause here, I'm going to finish this quest, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. And actually, I just had to level up, so let me show you guys exactly what happens at this point. So I'm going to put my stuff into my stat points into intelligence, and as you guys can see, I have another skill point for my adventure abilities. At this point I have two different options. I can go into regeneration or rock toss. Rock toss is a move where you throw a projectile. It's a ranged attack, which is nice if you want to hit somebody from far away. And then regeneration, it allows you to restore some health, which in this case it restores 50 health. As you guys progress and put more skills into it, it's going to be increased. So I'm going to actually start off with health with regeneration. As I choose this ability, you guys can see it automatically gets added to my hotbar. And so if you guys could see up on this description, it says level 1 healing 50, level 2 healing 55. So as you guys go through and put more skill points into it, you're going to get more of a benefit from it. So I'm going to actually, since I put that skill there, it automatically went into my hotbar. I can put it into my Q settings, so now if I ever want to use it, I just have to press Q and I'm able to regenerate some health. It's just one of those things where you don't want to be like reaching and finding, you know, the different items and trying to click them. It allows you to kind of quickly go through it. So now that we're level 3, we're going to be able to start our next quest, which is right here by this building. I'm going to talk to Inkeeper Edith, and she wants us to find Streisand, her son, and he lives in Nilgarth, which we were at the very beginning of this series. It's okay to start a lot of quests. There's no time limit for them, at least not yet, and they are very useful for getting XP and items. The other thing that we have now that we're level 3 is we can use this wood sword. There's a mechanic in this wood sword which gives us different options. So as you guys can see, we have our stick, and it just has a weapon attack of 14. On our wooden sword we have our weapon attack of 31 plus 5. So what that means is this was already given to us, but typically what it means is somebody put a skill modifier on it. There's a lot of different ways that is done. Most commonly it's done through scrolls. So there's a lot of different types of scrolls, but depending on the scroll there's going to be different modifiers. So somebody used a scroll on this, possibly an attack scroll, possibly something else, and as you guys can see we have a boosted attack, and our attack currently is 31 plus 5, which means that is our total. So our actual, what we start off with, is going to be 26, but somebody added on, or the game I guess added on a modifier which is plus 5, which got us to 31. And then typically there's no dexterity, but you guys could see that the dexterity was already added. So we have plus 2 dexterity. So what that means is if we go into our skill book and we see that we have 0 in dexterity right now, as soon as I equip my sword, I'm going to have a plus 2 to my stat points and dexterity. One other thing I want to show you, so as you guys could see on the weapons, there are 3 different, where it says required level 1, there's 3 different symbols. There is the hunter symbol, the warrior symbol, and the mage symbol. The 3 symbols are representative of the different classes. If you have an item that is only able to be used by one of those classes, it's going to be lit up by that class. So what I mean by that is, let's say we are going to be a warrior, which is the middle, the shield symbol. It would be a red color, I think, and that means you would only be able to use that item if you are a warrior. In our case, it is not lit up by any of the classes, so we are good. We are able to use the item. So at this point now, I'm going to be able to pause. You guys can see I'm just killing them. It's a lot easier. I'm going to pause here and finish this quest, and then I will catch up with you guys at the end. Alright guys, so at this point I'm reaching the end of the quest. One thing that I want to show you guys is a common thing that I see a lot of newer players doing is you kind of just stand there and just, you know, absorb hits from the enemies. Don't do that. I don't know why you would do that. You're just going to be taking more damage. All the enemies, they have pretty predictable attack patterns, which if you just move around, strafe around them, kind of jump around, you're going to be able to avoid a lot of those attacks, which is going to save you a lot in the long term, in terms of potions and in terms of deaths, and just time in general. You're going to have to spend less time respawning. So I just finished that quest. One feature that they have in this game is these big mushrooms, which when you jump on them, they bounce you. So we can actually use this mushroom to our advantage. It's going to launch us all the way to the town if you're good at it, which I just made it, so that was pretty cool actually. So we're right back. While I was killing those shrooms, I also did another level up, which I just put into my regeneration as well as our intelligence. So I'm going to be able to finish up this quest. We get a Mushtown rune now, which allows us to travel back. We actually got 2 of them, so now at any point if we want to travel back, we could do that. There's another quest for us, and in this one he wants us to go back to Nilgarf and find a merchant. So we'll do that as we go through, but that pretty much completes the introduction. At this point we're level 4. We're going to be leveling up pretty steadily as we've been, and as you guys can see, we're already like almost halfway to level 10, and it goes by really quick. These first 10, 15, 20 levels, they typically go by really quickly, especially if you're doing all the quests and following the pathway that the game kind of intends you to follow. So I'm going to finish up right here. This is kind of the end of our Mushtown mini-series, and next episode we will be going into the Mushroom Forest, which is over that way. So yeah, I'll see you guys next episode.